Good evening, America, and it's time for another build video. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And today, we're going to be going over my new Void Hunter build. Recently, in episode 3, Heresy, we were given a new aspect called On the Prowl. What this aspect does is when you enter invisibility, as long as a target is within 45 meters of you, that target will be marked. And if that target that is marked is killed, you and your teammates, nearby allies, gain increased weapon reload speed, stability, and you get decreased ability cooldown. And there is also a smoke cloud on that guy's dead body. So, with that being said, this is unquestionably the best, at the moment, playstyle for Hunter in the game. And it actually has been for a minute, pretty much ever since Prismatic was nerfed. And I've held off on making a video on it, but no more Mr. Nice Guy. The gloves are coming off, we're making a video on it. Because I'm using it a lot, and I have a lot of people asking me about it. So we're going to go over all the aspects, fragments, have a gameplay against some distinguished gentlemen that may or may not have been recubs, I don't really know. But, you know, I thought it was a good game. I have a 1v3 clutch at the end that's pretty good. Anyway, without talking about all of that, there is going to be, beginning of the video, me explaining the build and like all the meat of it. And then there's going to be a gameplay if you want to watch me use the build in like a tense or like a live combat scenario, so you see that and kind of how it performs and what I'm doing with it. So anyway, to get into the abilities, we're going to be using Spectral. I'm using Spectral personally, and I think it's important to preface that that isn't always going to be the right thing to do. The reason that I'm using Spectral is because I was playing with Omelet, and Omelet was on Dawnblade using Well of Radiance, which is a tier, basically the lowest tier cooldown, which is 735. And it gives me the room to use something like Spectral Blades. Like, it gives me a little bit more of a cushion where I don't need to like top frag every single game, and I'll be able to use Spectral Blades and not worry about getting my super because Omelet has Well. So I'm using Spectral Blades right now, but I would highly recommend that if you are playing with other people that are using very high cooldown supers, that maybe you swap to Tether just so your team has one really low cooldown super. That's just my opinion. I'm going to be using Gambler's Dodge to get my Smoke Bomb back. Strafe Jump, Snare Bomb, Scatter Grenade. Still ridiculous. Can't believe this hasn't been touched in a long time. Like, I actually don't remember the last time they did anything to scatter grenades. It's an incredibly low cooldown grenade. Very, very high damage potential. Can literally wipe an entire team with one scatter grenade. Mind you, it has to be very well placed, but they do a lot of damage. And I think that, you know, at least for the damage output potential that you have with a scatter grenade, they should probably be nerfed in terms of the cooldown. That's just my opinion. Anyway, for the aspects, we're going with Vanishing Step to get Invis on your dodge. And then we're going for On the Prowl, which, once again, marks people, allows you to spawn a smoke cloud on their dead body. And if anyone on your team kills that person, it does that. And also, you get reload speed, ability, and grenade melee and class ability energy. So, just absolutely insane aspect. It completely blows Stylish Executioner and Rapper's Ambush, in my opinion, straight out of the water in every way, shape, and form. And I don't really see a reason to run it. And then there is also the aspect that it gives you 3 fragment slots, where the other 2 only give you 2. So, which allows you, as you'll see in a second, to do some pretty crazy things with your fragments. Before, I was not using Echo Persistence, and I was just using Echo Dilation, Expulsion, Vigilance, and I think I wasn't even using, I don't know, the fact that I'm able to like use all of these fragments, have all this utility. I have enhanced radar when I crouch. When I kill people with abilities, there's an extra like explosion. If I'm one shot and I kill someone, I get an overshield. If I get a melee kill, whether that's my smoke bomb or my melee, I get my health back. Like, my health starts to regen, and then my invis lasts 8 seconds longer, which you'll find helps you get on angles and like hit flanks that you would not be able to hit otherwise, because you have that extra 3 seconds of invis, and it helps a ton. And I was experimenting between Echo Persistence and Echo of Starvation. I was experimenting between the two, and I didn't really find that Starvation helped me too much in Trials, but it might be a good idea in 6s to swap to Echo Starvation instead of Persistence. But in Trials, I've found Persistence to like instantly have more utility than Starvation, and that's just in my playtime. Okay, and now we'll go to the weapons. The weapons is always the same for me. I'm hyper nerd necking at all times, 24/7 pretty much. So like, I got that Fang of Ute on me all the time. If there is someone that is like 70 meters in the back of the map and I have a wall that I can hide behind, I'm going to hide behind that wall, swap to the Fang of Ute, and rail you from like 100 plus meters. And, you know, I have some other things here. I have a glaive just in case I match a cheater and they're only using aimbot wall. I have Rose, AE Rose, if I'm wanting to use 140, which I typically don't if it's a big map. And we have stuff like that here as well in this slot. I have a sniper if I want to swap to a snipe, which I very rarely do. I have a glaive if I, like, you know, somehow didn't swap to break angle that I have. Fusion, we have another scout rifle that I can hot swap to. And for heavy weapons, we have Cataphract, which is the best heavy weapon GL in the game. If you don't have Cataphract, then there is the Wicked Sister that you can get some rolls on. There is a rocket launcher, Tomorrow's Answer, that you can get some rolls on. That is, in my opinion, arguably easier to use for most people. I would say I would probably stick to an LMG, like a 410 the charm killing tally. That's the best PvP roll for an LMG, 450 RPM. It's a lot easier. The only problem is that as long as you have a player that has half a brain and a wall and a weapon that does good peak shot damage, you're probably going to struggle a lot using an LMG, which is why I use GL, because you have very high kill potential. Although I would say for controller players, they struggle using GLs because they typically aim heavily with reticle friction, and there is no reticle friction when you are firing from the hip on a grenade launcher. So, and then we got the we have the other half so that I can hot swap to Strand and have the double grapple grenade and swap to the sword to get to the golden chest like 5 seconds quicker. Gotta do that. And now we're gonna move on to the armor mods and the stat distribution. So to talk about the stat distribution, I don't really value my dodge a whole lot, although with On the Prowl you might want to, but I feel like my stat distribution is pretty good. I have tier 70, which is like middle of the road mobility, tier 30 Resil, because it's not high by any means, and I don't think that you should go lower than 30. I wouldn't do 20 or 10 personally. And the reason I'm doing 30 instead of 60, 50, 70, which I typically do, done it for a while, is because Bungie has balanced weapons to the point where pretty much any meta weapon type, whether that's a 340 RPM pulse, a 450 RPM pulse, 120s, 140s, it doesn't really benefit you to be high Resil anymore. So I'm speccing more into, you know, discipline and mobility and intellect and stuff like that. But generally this stat split is what you want to be going for. In terms of the exotic I'm using, Lucky Pants isn't, I wouldn't recommend that for most people. I would recommend maybe like Knucklehead or Stompies or even Radiant Dance Machines now. Like Radiant Dance Machines are really, really good if you are using anything that isn't a hand cannon, I think, for the most part. Like on the XR or the Frederick's Pulse. RDMs are still amazing. And the weapon rolls, I guess. So I have small bore, extended mag, slideways, and Icarus grip. Keep in mind that like I like to play a lot in the air and be able to be accurate in the air, and part of that is building into airborne effectiveness. And we got Inquisitor. I'm going to be farming for a new role of this episode, Act 2. It's going to be coming back into Trials loot pool with a new refresh per pool. You're going to be able to get Lone Wolf opening shot. Really looking forward to that. And then Cataphract, linear compensator, spike grenades, pulse amplifier, chain reaction, and a adept blast radius to get me over that 72 or 73 mark to be able to one-hit people directly. And then on my helmet, I am running a in-flight compensator, arc targeting, kinetic targeting mod, and then arc dexterity and kinetic dexterity. One thing about Spectral, by the way, is that technically it is a melee super, so you can use heavy-handed to gen an extra orb while you're in your super, which you can use to like kind of increase your survivability. But I found in Trials that like I'm not really getting my super that often, so what ends up happening is I'm just missing out on a dexterity mod for my hand cannon. And then we got one inflinching for both the elements that I'm using in my energy and kinetic slot, and an arc holster to load my shotgun when I pick up ammo, so I don't have to do it manually. And then we have Powerful Attraction, Reaper, and Bomber to kind of increase my survivability. You know, I can run at someone, shotgun them, dodge like slightly after I shotgun them, and it will spawn an orb, and I will get my health back from Better Already and Recuperation. And if I'm one shot, I'll also get an overshield from Echo of Vigilance, as well as be Invis for 8 seconds. Anyway, that pretty much goes over the build, and I hope explains why I'm using everything and why everything is the way it is. So without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching so far. Let's get into the gameplay.
Protect your team in this fight. You
Oh,
will
wait. Did you have explosive on the second one? And the other one has precision?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought they both had precision. Okay, yeah, use the precision one then, sorry.
Guardian down.
Only one enemy is left.
That's my fault.
Your ally is back in the
This guy's
fight.
fucking
1
piss
minute
flying,
left.
my god. This guy's like the epitome of piss frying.
Very good.
My assumption.
Good job, one. They rift on Tumbler.
Baiting on bridge. What's that bridge? Hold on. I hit one really hard with my nade, but be careful.
Still on bridge.
We have res down. You can kind of play zone raptor. Hold on. Ooh.
Guardian down.
You stand alone. Do not give up.
Got-
Just the two of you now.
Yeah, I'm burning those, the problem.
Fight.
He's just holding. He's not. He's just slowly crowd fucking up. So close.
Your ally is back
I don't
in the
think
fight.
Yeah, that's definitely a fucking recov. There's no way. I can swing left here.
Still over here, still over here. Pushing up.
Guardian,
Okay.
it is you alone.
That guy's a recov for sure. Probably some guys from Unleash, I guess.
Done. There is no one left. Nothing can stop you.
We're playing inside, be careful. We're gonna team that really hard.
I have one. They're gonna go bridge.
I'm gonna, if you can play mid, I'm gonna try to wrap right. Get the point.
Still holding across. Stop bridge.
That guy's like expecting me to be there in this. Wrapping.
To our bridge.
1
One's like
minute
up
left,
there.
my friend.
Yeah, they're back altar. We have zone right now on lockdown.
Yeah.
So they might like hard. It looks like they're gonna hard push mid.
One stop right bridge as well.
The two are top left bridge.
Two. Tap twice on both of them. I'm flying close.
Hold on. You're gonna have two hawk in you.
There's two shotguns.
This is your fight to win.
Fire missed.
30 seconds left.
Sure.
You lost this round. Does not matter. Do not relent.
Save it. I'm far right.
Okay, I'll play close. They're playing
They're going
inside.
inside.
Yeah, they're playing inside. I'm tapped once already.
One shot.
Gonna be teaming really hard. Just ready for that. Double heady one, sentinel one shot mid. I think you put a shield down or something.
Yeah. Warlock's in a rift on the side. He's trying to build
1
on
minute
inside.
left, my friend.
I'm half to my super right now. Just play slow. We have zone. They have to push. For the moment. I wouldn't play zone right away though, to be honest.
I hit one with my grenade. Oh,
Careful peeking. These are,
left side.
one of them has Aquaman.
I marked one. There's two on the right, two on the right. I'm gonna throw a smoke right side pillar. I stuck one.
I hit
More or
one.
less.
I got heavy, I got heavy.
Time.
I'm jumping in with Geo.
Only
on.
one enemy is left. 30 seconds left.
I'm element to my
They
super.
should have known better than to start a gunfight now.
Going inside. I'll play bridge. I'm nading their side bridge. I fucked up my nade. I won one shot on bridge. The Hawkmoon's on bridge as well.
Keep peeking spawn, careful. One guy going bridge now.
And my last part is super. The one what's in the head, top wheel.
1
Like,
minute left.
oh, I'm one. What the fuck is this guy? I'm big numbers. Back right with a pulse. It's the gym back right too. He just killed me. I actually don't know how he did either. I'm like,
Only one ally is left. It is in their hands.
kill.
Only
Got your
one
left.
enemy is left.
Oh my. Oh,
Your opponent
that's
took
all
the
good.
round.
Unfortunate you didn't like one pump him there.
You are leading. This is your fight now.
Yeah, they're playing inside again. I'm big numbers in my soup. I'm gonna try to get a smoke bomb. They're laning. They're laning. They're laning hardcore on the stairs, not moving. They're literally just sitting there laning. I'll close you to well.
3/4.
I'm far away. One top left bridge. Chocolate guy.
1 minute left, my friend.
I marked one. I'm backing up. I was just trying to mark one. This guy's alone on the right.
One's going left. They're like, yeah, they're like split right and left.
I'm divider.
Still top left.
One's pushing up right.
Careful peeking.
Okay, yeah. Careful being in mid. I'm like,
30 seconds left.
Guardian down.
Melee hit me through a fucking wall.
You are the last. Make them run.
Guardian down.
well, I'm gonna have my spec though.
10 seconds.
We're
Just
popping.
double capping. Try getting an
This
angle
one's for your
on the
end.
guy right
Next time, my friend.
while you were like fighting him. Two tapping that fucking sprite line. Or the other guy.
I didn't know that. I would have pushed right.
See it through.
We're gonna play slow. We can take control zone and I can pop and zone them.
I'm sending our spawn. Our flat spawn.
I'm divider.
The idea is we play zone here. I'm gonna pop and zone the warlocks from getting to zone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I would be on it right away,
1
Raptor.
minute left, my friend.
Right away. Just be on it. Put a rift down once the zone is able to be capped. Alright, I'm popping now.
Take top left. You both far left. Far left. Left.
Yeah, just hide from the guy left. His teammates are coming left. His teammates are coming left. He's running at the zone. Running at the zone.
Oh, he's one shot.
Only one
Hold him.
enemy is left.
The guy out left. Alone.
Opponent
Got res.
Only
Close right.
one enemy is left.
Double.
30
Go.
seconds left.
Have my own.
Good. Your enemy is down.
We're gonna have to take control of zone. There's a problem. Be careful.
One's bottom bridge.
Yep. One's back left. Aquamoon back left. I needed the guy bottom bridge. There's a guy on our top bridge, I think.
I have the wall here.
Okay, yeah, try to get to the wall if you can.
I'm stuck under a bridge.
We can cap from here.
Yeah.
The problem is hold on.
1 minute left, my friend.
Kind of need to like get
Look
a
top.
kill.
Look bottom left guy. I think. I think he's the guy with
Yeah, it's gonna be the guy bottom left.
the.
Don't pop. Do not pop. Do not pop.
Down.
There's nothing we can do, honestly.
Only one ally is left. It is in their hands now. Your team
Okay,
is full.
so here,
Stand back up.
just gonna have to pop on zone, kind of. Like, but not right away. We can't because the timer's longer. So they're gonna try to take control of zone. This guy also might get his super soon. We can kind of do the same thing we just did. They're gonna be wanting to push really hard. Just do not die with your super, please.
One bottom bridge.
We can stall and literally do the same thing they just did, by the way. For the most part.
One's bridge. One's a back out there. Warlocks.
If you can guys.
Yeah, I got it. It's fine. It was a truck on
left,
one.
my friend.
Okay, you can maybe pop on bridge.
Yeah, come here, Rusty.
Up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pop it.
Oh no,
I
what?
cut the well, bro? How? I was literally in it.
You are all that's left.
Is the wall still up? Is-
Your fight.
There's the guy.
Behind you, Mandy.
Victory.
Good job. I was literally on 1v3. I did so
Hey, cleansed.
I never get tired of watching you fight. You are an inspiration.
bad. I got shot on.
Yeah, I knew that was Rico's right away. So I was like full fucking like nerd necking off the bat. Thanks for watching. If you happen to like what you see, then please make sure to sub and click the bell for notifications on when new videos drop. If you're looking to get some live action Diffizzle gameplay, head on over to my Twitch, which I stream on pretty much daily. Also, if you want to say hi, I have a Twitter and you can do that over there, or you can join my public Discord and say hi there. Love you guys. Until next time.